Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, and a special early hello to Mr. Bones DBW. We don't get to shout him out near enough, but he is one half of the Divided by Werewolves podcast, which you can find by doing a Google search for Divided by Werewolves podcast. It's great, and we get to listen to it every 2 weeks. Also, hello to Drienne Levode and Haseo. I hope you're both having a great evening. So we're just getting things ready so that hopefully this will be able to go. Okay, and now let's jump right in. So, as we left off, we had just defeated the Lord of Illusion, and I think, if I remember correctly, we are up against the Lord of Fire next. Let's find out together as we hit continue. Not yet sure how the structure of the game handles reload, so I wanted to do our intro at the main menu. Wait, weren't we supposed to... Maybe this goes back into the main area. I do remember this doorway now. Oh, we adjusted the volume slightly up, so hopefully it's easier to hear the voices and dialogue, but if it's too loud in other ways, let us know and we will adjust it accordingly. I have no memory of... Oops. What's the run button again? There we go. Check in with Mr. Bones to make sure that he's watching The Boys Season 2. We're not going to have time to do a deep dive on The Boys here, nor would we anyway, so no spoilers, but I think I'm actually in love with the people that make The Boys. I really like that show. Let's see. I feel like our goal is to make it back to the main area so that we can go after the Lord of Fire. I just don't exactly remember which way it was, so I'm going to take a couple swings at this. Mr. Bones is saying there's 2 ways to go initially. Yeah, we went one way, which was to Lord of Illusion, and we beat that guy real bad.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
All right. The resumption of voices makes me think that we're on the right track. Yeah, so Mr. Bones has not yet seen the second season. Now, my understanding is the second season is, like, all new, that it's not based off the comic, because the comic ended at season 1. So I have nothing to compare it to against. I have not seen I've never read the comic. I can only say that I feel like the series has lost none of its bite in the second season, and that is all I will say. They're releasing it weekly, so I would not fault anybody for choosing to take their time and wait for the whole thing to be out.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
So, lines like that make me concerned that I'm missing something in the... Oh! Okay. Maybe I'm not missing the faces.
Senua. Mother.
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over. She misses her so much.
Boy, I hope I'm headed in the right direction. I feel like at any previous point in human history would have been a worse time than now to have any sort of mental illness. And to be blunt, I hope that remains true and that people in the future look back at this time and say that was a worse time to have a mental illness. I hope that the road continues to be one towards understanding and coping and treatment as opposed to any sort of backslide. Okay, now we're gonna find out if I remember the fighting controls.
Behind you!
Oh! Okay. Okay. Don't let him be around me. Nope.
He's down. Finish it. She knows what to do. Remember the warrior trial. Behind you.
You'll notice I shut right the hell up when it comes to combat. Suddenly I have no pithy thoughts about the boys or anything else. Oh, okay. You're just waiting for your friend to get knocked down, huh? Okay, get up, get up, get up. Okay. I'm not sure what that flickering light is around the edges yet. I am heartened by the fact that I've taken a chunk out of a shield. That feels pretty good. Although it may just be cosmetic. This guy gives no fucks about my sword strikes. All right, kick got it. Oh, okay. That was bracing. Hello to Tachir. I hope you're having a great evening.
There's another challenge.
Another. Okay. I assume this is the challenge then?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow.
All right.
You weren't expecting that.
I thought we'd heard that one before. So this appears to be the other door. This is where we have not yet been.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
I seem to have two different and equally viable ways to go. So at this point, I'm just going to have to commit to one, and we'll take the high ground. It's interesting that he's looking forward to replaying this and its sequel. Yeah, if you type in... Okay. Okay. When you come here on Twitch to...
Take him down! Take him down now!
Wait, is that good? Oh, you can use focus for slow-mo. Okay. What I was going to say is that when you go to... Okay. Hold on, there's another contender here. All right. This guy's easier to take down. I think we want to focus on him for a second. All right, you just chill out for a second. Okay.
Do it! You're close! He can anticipate.
He can anticipate all he wants. He's gonna do it with my blade up his ass.
Go! Attack! Behind you!
Okay. Okay.
Behind you! She'll never finish it. It's nearly over. Finish it.
Finish it. I don't know if the voices are simply running a bit behind or if there's something else to finish. We will find out. Oh, wait.
I can still smell it.
Okay, so we need an H and a Y.
Sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind.
So, hold on.
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Oh, wait, it's not an H and a Y. It's just a Y with a middle part. Or I need both of them? They might be two separate symbols. Yeah, Drienne is saying, recommending to watch with, directional sound on, headphones for the directional sound. And yeah, it adds a lot to it. And hopefully the volume balancing is correct. If the game is too loud or I am too loud, let us know and we will try to adjust. Okay, that looks like an H, doesn't it? Right there? Alright, now we just need the Y. What I was going to say earlier is that when you go to type in, you know, Senua or Hellblade here on Twitch, it already has an entry listed for the sequel. I was thinking that if I could get that one... No, it's not going to line up properly for that, right? No. So we need a Y. Follow the screams, she says. Senua's Saga, I think it's called. Oh, the whispers just mess with your head, don't they? What did she say? Don't tell me. The screams will help you. It's towards the ruins. Or ruins? If it doesn't have to do with these Ys, I'll be very surprised. It may not be those specific ones, though. Oh, interesting. Tashir says that he's found the full song that's in the trailer. Tashir, you should be able to post that in chat. Yeah, it should let you... I'm always nervous about asking, you know, having people post things in chat, because the dumb thing will sometimes, like, purge all their chats, and I think that we fixed that, but I would love to have that link in chat if we can get it. I know I've already been up here. I just want to take a quick look around. That's where we found the H. Oh, you just know that I'm not looking in quite the right direction at exactly the right time. Like, that would line up perfectly if only we had, like, a third leg to it. Follow the screams. I do not hear any screams. Maybe the fact that I can't hear screams is the issue. Let me just double check this. No, okay. There's no new information here. So... Alright, let me go back a little ways. I'm not going to go too far back, because remember that there was an alternate path. Remember when there were two different ways to go? Maybe what I need to do is go further back and it'll lead me up there so that I can get a good vantage point on those Ys. Although it sure doesn't feel like it, because now I'm like, look, it's no longer doing the blur effect. But let's go look. Hey, Brun, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. I will actually not be at work tomorrow, but that's only because, you know, standard medical appointment time. So a whole day of just trying to get done what needs to get done. And with luck, time to stream afterwards. Okay, so this is just this. But it's a new story, so let's listen to it.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Oh, look, there's another face back there. Can I talk to it?
Senua, we each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
The screams will help you. If that's not what it's saying, then I'm having a Paulo Lies moment. This is mostly a rhetorical question, but does chat hear anything that sounds like screaming? Find the ruins, or the rooms, and the screams will help me. Also, it says sacrifice. Okay, so there's a few possibilities when you get stuck like this. A, I'm just not in the right place. B, I'm overthinking it and it's actually super easy. Like this, for example. Or that. Sure, that.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead.
Okay.
Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Interesting note about the audio balancing. It feels like a lot of the voices are slightly off to your left, in that they are very focused on your left ear. Fortunately, it's not all in your left ear. That's always very disconcerting to me when like a game will cut something that's only in one channel, because that's not how your regular hearing works. Even if something's off to your right, you still hear some of it with your left ear. Okay, let's be ready for enemies. Okay. Okay, I didn't hear the behind you quite in time. Slightly distracted because I was about to ask Tashir if Batman September is still on track to continue. I was watching some of the Ubisoft Forward or whatever they called it.
End it! End it! Now! It's nearly the end. He's gone!
Okay. Okay.
Stop them!
He's too fast.
Behind you! Do it! You're close!
Oh, really? Okay. And here I was feeling good about myself.
Too slow! Too slow! Mine!
Okay. Alright, maybe we take the guy without the shield first.
He's down! Finish! Finish! You're winning.
This guy seems better than his friends, and I don't just mean the shield. Oh, okay.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to soot.
Find the fire. And Tashir is confirming that next week we'll start off Batman September. Yeah, super looking forward to that. I love those games. So, we came in this way, right? I feel like I remember that. And he says follow the fire. So let's go check up here. If I'm wrong and this is the direction that we came from, we'll suss that out shortly. But this feels like new territory. I don't like walking underneath dangling cages. And also, this is the direction that we came from, so I'm backtracking. Sorry. Wow, so she's going to try it with keyboard and mouse. I cannot... Batman Arkham Asylum, this game, Watch Dogs... I think I played Watch Dogs with a controller. I'm 90% sure that I played Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2 with a controller. And, like the Batman games, Assassin's Creed, I just cannot envision playing with a keyboard and mouse. I'm not saying that it's impossible, it's just their control scheme seems so ideally suited for a controller. It feels like it would be a unique challenge, and maybe an entertaining one, to try it with keyboard and mouse. So I thought it said focus, but I'm not seeing anything new here. I mean, smoldering corpses, obviously, but it's kind of parsed. Oh, wait. Hold on, this might be new. Okay, so I hear something, but not enough. Oh, wait. There we go.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Tachiro, I had no idea. He's saying that this is the third game he ever streamed.
Fire's disappeared. It was every the pyre. Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth, cert. Find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Boy, if only I had some sort of a sturdy metal blade that I could use to just hack this apart. Well, I guess there's no other options.
Find him. The pyre.
Tachiro's also saying that he has become a lot more proficient with keyboard and mouse than when he first started. That is its own, like, that's a completely different skill set. So I have a lot of people who can, a lot of respect rather for people who can learn how to do something like an Assassin's Creed game. Hold on.
The defender of Muspel is called Cert, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Last time we...
The gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire sacrifice.
Okay, fire sacrifice. I think I can do that. Adrian saying that they did a good job with their mapping. Yeah, So I'm doing this with an Xbox One controller. For me, like, I think for me, the Grand Theft Auto games...
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it? And then
Everything will burn.
concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't.
Okay.
She'll be able to tell.
The voices are giving me some important information. I hope everyone can hear the voices, by the way. And I don't just mean in volume. If they are actually starting to occur inside my own head, that would just be par for the course. The Grand Theft Auto games in particular are games that I've always played with a controller, and I look at the keyboard and mouse bindings, and I'm like, humans don't have this many fingers and toes. I do not understand how this is a thing to make. And by the way, I do see the thing is there. What I'm doing is looking around because the voices were like, how will she find her way back? So I'm just looking at some... landmarks. Wait, where does this go? Is this where we came down? I don't think so. Ooh. Hold on. Maybe what I saw down there wasn't the fire sacrifice. I was hesitant to activate it. I thought it might trigger a flee for our life. Tashir saying that his Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough was keyboard and mouse, and what a learning curve. like aiming the gun seems like it would go better because of the mouse and keyboard, and every other thing seems like it would be much harder, at least for me.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Okay, so here's my guess. We go down this path, we find the fire sacrifice, and all this stuff lights on fire. And my guess is that we're getting a little bit of a preview on what is going to be on fire based on where the cinders are. See them on the ground? So, like, that's all going to be on fire, right? So we'd have to come down this way. Huh, this also looks like it would be on fire. Because that'll be our exit where we're trying to get to. And that's assuming that I'm looking at this correctly. I am putting a lot of faith in the voices in Senua's head. Also, we might jump down from that. So, you know what? I think we're just going to have to wing it. I am very concerned about dying in this game. For anybody that missed episode 1, it was heavily implied that this game has permadeath. And that if she dies a sufficient number of times, I guess maybe permadeath isn't quite right, but if she dies a sufficient number of times for the corruption to reach her head.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
If she goes down a certain number of times, then she doesn't get back up. And that makes me very nervous, because I'm not sure that I have it in me to replay the whole game if I screw up enough times. Okay, so yes. So our goal is to go that way, assuming that we can find a path that is not on fire. And here's the fire sacrifice right back here. So let's take a quick look around, see if there's anything else of interest, any story plinths or anything like that. Can we go up here, for example? No. Okay. Oh, I wish you could save it. Okay. Let's go for it. Jump.
Answer your prayers, Senua. I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
Bronbron was asking if this might be more based on the version of Norse mythology presented in, like, the Marvel movies, like Thor Ragnarok. I don't know for certain, but I would suspect that this game was in development before Thor Ragnarok started development. Games take a long time to make, so although they can be edited and updated as they go, I think it's much more likely that they drew from actual Norse mythology, as did Thor Ragnarok, and that's why you might see some crossovers.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Oh, interesting. Drian's saying that there's some like dev journals and stuff that you can look through about the creation of this game. This is it's not that it's a complicated building, it's that it's got a few different pathways through it, and I am concerned about navigating that while it is just a huge funeral pyre. Also, Bron was asking, so this is based on Norse mythology, except not really at all, as a question. So, unfortunately, I would be a bad person to ask about that, because everything that I know about Norse mythology came from the Disney television series Gargoyles, and I'm not sure that Greg Weisman... Like, he's a very educated man. I'm sure that there is some legitimate mythology in there, but... You know, Odin's eye probably wasn't cybernetic, for example. I mean, probably not. I do not think I'm getting a good map of where everything is. Is this the one that I just heard from?
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel
yes,
will travel
okay.
to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Okay, so we've got a little temple to Surt here, and the way that we navigate it is back here. Whoops. Alright, so we've got this barn. The barn has stairs. Up the stairs is this walkie-way, and then it sort of drops us down next to that thing. But then again, we haven't even found a gate. So I'm sort of like mapping this out in my head and don't actually have a firm view of where we're going yet. So I should probably back down and keep exploring more. Oh, well, here's a gate.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Alright, so we're on the lookout for sort of an infinity-looking symbol and then an R-looking symbol. So we want to keep an eye out for, like... Oh, wait, so I guess we're in R territory right now, because we sort of zeroed in on that. Well, one thing we learned from the previous one is maybe I should just zoom in on random things and Senua will figure it out her own damn self. I don't think it's going to be up here, but if the R goes away when I jump down, then we'll know I was wrong. Okay, so it does have a boundary. I was looking for the hook on the R, like the top part there where it sort of goes out and comes back at an acute angle. I feel like that's the shape that we want to keep in mind. Because we've got lots of straight lines in various directions, but not a lot of hooks and bends in this environment. Oh, wait. Here's a gate. Well, that makes things more complicated, doesn't it?
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Okay. Well, if I was to guess, the fire's going to be behind that gate, so I need to get past that first. So, but we're gonna keep an eye out for both. So, where do we see an R in this environment, or pieces of an R? Well, not over here because our interface has gone away. Or a memory? What do we want to call this when Senua sort of envisions what it will look like? This area doesn't feel promising, though.
The Northmen say
Oh,
that
darn
at
it. Sorry.
Ragnarok,
I didn't
the
realize
sons
she was
of
going to
Muspel
zero in on that.
travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Hello to Patikin. Okay, so we're now in Infinity Symbol. Wait. This looks good. Oh, I feel like we're close. Look at how the, like the crossways sort of come together. Have to be up a little bit. Like that crossing of trees, that seems very significant. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of it. Maybe we need to be standing over on this side of it. Can't get to the other side of the log, though. Nope, this seems to be out of bounds. Also, it may just not be this. Like, so here's what I think that we're... Oh, it really wants me to do it right there. There we go. Okay, so one down. What I feel like we're being exposed to here is the idea that Senua is, like, she perceives significance in mundane things as one of the features of her schizophrenia. She sees patterns and symbols where none actually are, and it's just a happenstance of how things line up. Also, it may just be Norse gods. I mean, I think it's open to interpretation, but in terms of like we want to make a game about perceiving the world differently than most, I feel like that's what we're encountering here. So let me go more slowly across this. I want to see if it brings up any R options. Sure doesn't feel like it. I feel like we get our first, like, hey, we're in the R zone here. Pause before jumping down. Oh, yes, that was on purpose. I saw the lines down here. Like, I saw that there was a line of this, but it did not in any way occur to me that it was an R. Okay, so now we can open that gate, and I think that our goal is going to be to get through that burn gate. So we're going to have to navigate this area. I suspect that the fire sacrifice is on the other side of this. Thank you to chat. Everyone is happy I found it. I'm very worried about getting stuck on that. Oh, here, hold on. Here it is. Puzzles like that, for me, are things that I can either find quickly, or I could get stuck on something like that for 3 hours and just be like running around in a big circle. It's like you're either lucky and find it, or you don't, and it's like, oh no. All right, we're making a big assumption that we can get there, but we're gonna find out. Nope. Okay, so we are being funneled not in the direction that I want to go, so, okay. Yep, up the stairs, across the beam. Oh, no, okay, so stop. How do you do it? Okay. Oh no, sir, this is not the time. Look, we can settle our differences later. Oh crap. Nope. It's... Okay, time to go.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Brienne's saying that they got raided by during, you know, one of those segments, and it took way longer because it's all about picky positioning. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a perspective puzzle, which means that you not only need to keep in mind what you're looking for, but it can only be found when standing in a particular place and looking at the world through a very specific angle. It's like a Death Star map, where if any part of it is out of alignment, then you can't find it. And that can be a very challenging puzzle type to do well. And I feel fortunate that so far we're making steady progress. So I was looking at that wind chime. Right, before I go down there, just see what's over here. So job 1 is activate the gate, I think. Do we think we can activate it from here? I probably have to hop down. Okay.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt. Ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
All right. Oh no, it's showing all 3 symbols. I thought that we were in yeah, this symbol. What do we want to call this? It's like an extended P. And I see nothing up here that looks remotely P-ish. Oh, wait. Look at that. Okay, one down. So now we have an actual P and sort of like a line with a different line through it. Cross-eyed T. Also, Drian is saying that the frustrating part is that they had actually, like, been at the right spot, but it wasn't precisely lined up. And yeah, that's something that, like, Mia played a couple adventure games right in a row of, like, at twitch.tv/morethanamia, and on a couple of occasions she would be doing exactly the right thing. Wait, I think I see it. She'd be doing exactly the right thing, but it would be, like, 5% off, and then she'd go to move to, like, go do something else. Yeah, that's it right there. Hi, that's so clearly it. There it is. There we go. There would be a real challenge to be like, no, no, you have it. You have it. Don't let the game's finickiness take away from the fact that you have it, because that like Drian is saying, that's one of the most frustrating things. When you had it, you were there, and because the game didn't recognize that you had it, or like you didn't like click the button enough or something like that, it didn't register. So there was a ladder over there, and we might go down the ladder, but let me go look over here first. I don't remember if we were in here. Aha, so now we're in cross-eyed T area. So where do we think... So, the straight line of the T, that's the easy part. Oh, let me listen to this.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
So this is the right shape, but it's backwards, or it's not slanted in the right direction. So we're standing on the wrong side of that, if that's the right shape, or if that's what we're supposed to find. Yep, here we go. So if we can get it here-ish. All right. Oh, and now we can unbar this door. So, I feel like my corruption is worse than it used to be. I don't know if it goes up based on the number of hits that you take or the number of deaths that you have. Hopefully it's that second thing, because we haven't died a whole bunch. But I have taken some hits in combat, and I don't know how many of those Senua has in her before she takes a knee and...
If I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Gets real sick, so I'm just taking a quick look around. So, from what we can see here, it'd be a straight shot. Do we have any clues as to where the fire is going to be and where we might get shuffled off to? Well, if that collapses, it might, like, everything's on fire, right? If this collapses, it might lead us up into that barn. And then we'd have to find our way through. I'm not going to belabor this. I just want to take a quick look around. See what kind of obstacles we might have to keep an eye out for. I think we're just going to have to do it. All right. Hello to Brian. All right. Let's hit it. Brian, you're joining us in a Descent-style escape sequence, so things are about to get real hairy, but hopefully we'll be okay.
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop! Run, Senua! Run!
I am very on fire. How do I not be that? No.
Don't. She's dying. It's him.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will chase you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
Oh, man.
Destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now.
Okay. Nope. Get up. Get up. Okay, I don't know how to not take damage from that. Okay. Okay, voices, if you have more ideas, feel free to share them.
What's he doing?
Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. Focus. Got it. Thank you for voices. So I don't know that I need to get around behind him. I just feel like stabbing him in the kidney is better than in the sword.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
I'm getting the sense that I might need to play this a second time someday to like fully grok the story. I feel like we're being given a lot of details that are out of sequence, and that this game will very much benefit from a replay once you sort of have a better sense of the start, the middle, and the end to fill in some of the gaps.
Ruth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
So this is probably powerless now. I'm gonna kill Cert or beat him up a bit. Yeah, okay. By the way, I'm sorry.
Saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
I wanted to just shout out, I like the way that Senua like turned her head to look at the plinth as she walked by. I like it when game characters do that. The first game I can ever remember that happening in was Wind Waker. Link would sort of look at things in the environment, and it was a subtle way that the developer used to draw the player's attention to something because the character was noticing it. And see how she sort of like turning your head to look at that. I like that as a detail. Patikan had asked about Golf with Friends. So I did ask my producer. We haven't seen anything come in, but that we may not be looking in the right place. So we'll follow up with you after that. Mia and Drienne are both saying don't worry about the story. Like, it does all fall into place. Although Drienne says that they prefer it when people do, I think, Cert before the illusion guy. Probably for story reasons in terms of how things unfold. Also, the man in Senua's memory, whose name they've said several times and I haven't quite picked up on it, probably because we have subtitles off. When he appears in sort of those memories of hers, it is... if it... Hold on.
It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again.
Boy, I have a comment on that. Feeling...
has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Well, I mean, voice, one thing that's true is that we can all be sure of death. Yeah, I have a thought about...
the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt.
What we just heard.
You may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Okay, so we are at this gate, and unfortunately I haven't been paying super close attention to when it has been auto-saving. But it certainly auto-saved after we defeated Surt, and hopefully when we entered this chamber. It is almost 10:30 here on the East Coast, so this is... yeah, it's a little over an hour. It's not as long of a stream as we'd like to do, but I am confident that whatever happens on the other side of this gate, since it's not going to be end credits, is probably going to go somewhat longer than we're going to be able to go this evening. So I hope that everyone will join me tomorrow for some more streaming. It may be some more of this, because I'd very much like to play this, but if we don't have time, then I might do another stream of Factorio. We did a stream of that yesterday, and I like that game a lot. I am very bad at it, but a bunch of brand new people showed up and seemed quite taken with seeing somebody learning it. So, hey, if that's what people enjoy, then I would be happy to do that as well. We're going to exit to main menu and call it here. Hopefully find somebody to raid. I will be following up with Patikan about Golf with Friends, because hopefully we'll be able to play that with Mia, Chivalry, Patikan, and others, as far as I know. Rickety Artist, for example. Oh no, Rickety just got here. Rickety sent a message. Okay, so we will follow up on that just after this. And otherwise, see you guys a little bit later in the weekend for some more Senua Sacrifice and or some Factorio. Or maybe some Oxygen not included or something. But we'll have some fun streams coming up here. As we head out, we'd like to do sort of some highlighted streams. I do hope, of course, you'll check out twitch.tv/morethanamia, Patikan, Rickety Artist, Diesel Jones, Hiseo Ryu, Mr. Bones _DBW doesn't stream nearly often enough. I'm super bummed about that. But his podcasting partner, Mr. Binky, does. JV McMaster, Toxic with 2 Ks, Sanka UK, and many others. Actually, I haven't seen Sanka on lately. I didn't check into that. I hope he hasn't stopped streaming. Boy, I'm suddenly now in real time realizing I don't remember the last time that I saw Sanka UK online. I'll have to look into that. But mostly I wanted to do our highlighted shout out today for twitch.tv/Tashir Games, because in addition to being a great streamer and someone who will be starting his playthrough of all the Batman games in the days to come, also I believe it is still on track for this weekend to be the launch of Streamer FX. If Mia... oh, she's already on it. StreamerFX.com is going to be a a one-stop shop for all of your audio needs for your Twitch streams. Tashir has a lot of existing inroads with many different artists. He's a very talented musician himself, but also works with a variety of other musicians. There will be voice work available. There'll be radio available. There'll be links to other streamers, including this channel, but many others here on Twitch. The thing that I admire about Tashir and Streamer FX is that his goal is ultimately to increase your access to good creators here on Twitch and on the internet, to bring musicians, voice actors, and streamers together in a way that benefits everybody. I mean, what more can you want? I think that it's a great project, and I hope that you'll check out twitch.tv/streamerfx, as well as twitch.tv/Tashir Games for further information. That's TASHERRE. I am already concerned they got TASHERREGAMES. There we go. I think I got that correctly. And Mia also did the shout out earlier. So we're going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining me for the everybody loves it when I flub a spelling, but I as long as the information gets out there, hopefully it is accurate. Also, we do have a link to Streamer FX on our About page, as well as links to many of the people that I just mentioned, including folks like Drienne_Lavode, Papalotko, and many others. So please do check that out. Anyway, let's find somebody fun to raid, and we'll be back later in the weekend for some more fun streams. Frightening Fridays continues on twitch.tv/MoreThanAMia tomorrow with her continuing playthrough, her first ever playthrough of Dead Space. So we will see you there. Until next time, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.